Hi, this video will cover QuickBooks Clients. Click on Integrations. From the drop-down, choose the information you're going to be syncing with QuickBooks. Be sure to also have our online guide pulled up. You can find that under Support. Click on the Learning Center, click on the Instructions tab, and find the QuickBooks Online Guide. Scroll down to the section you're trying to sync. In this case, we're on Clients. So on first sync of clients, you may be presented a message and button to match clients. Click that and that'll process the matches in the modal that pop up. If you do not see a matches option, this could mean that you have a brand new QuickBooks account with no client data in your QuickBooks. So proceed through the steps and this will push anything that exists in Projects 360 for your clients up to your new QuickBooks account. Everything will be automatically mapped for you. If there is records in your QuickBooks account, you will have the option here to match your clients. So going into Projects 360, go ahead and prepare the client sync. It does prompt that we have unmatched clients. Proceed to match clients. You're going to have your return list of all your QuickBooks clients. You have a few options here to ignore your jobs, to auto match, to add, match, or ignore individually by line item here per client. Go ahead and pull up the guide, scroll down to all the options area for a definition of each. Ignoring your jobs, this automatically ignores all of your jobs and sub-clients if you do not wish to match those. You'll want to generally go ahead and ignore all your jobs, so run this step first to ignore all those jobs. And that in QuickBooks Online. Once you do have your record pulled up for that client, go ahead and click on Edit, and a sub-customer is anything that you set up with your main customer, and choose a parent customer. So anything generally like we mentioned, sub-customer, go ahead and ignore all those records. Going back into your Projects 360, the next option you're going to have is to auto match. Auto match, as it says here, attempts to match the entire list of clients from QuickBooks with Projects 360 based on the criteria shown. And that's going to apply across all fields. So we look for an auto match to try to match this. Adding, this is going to add and match a new record into Projects 360. So generally this is going to be for any new items that exist in your QuickBooks that are not yet in Projects 360. So that could have been maybe they got missed in the import for the CSV, or you added those after the fact. So any adds here from QuickBooks, you can individually just click Add per line item of those that don't exist. And you will not want to use Add until you verify that the match does not exist. And you always want to check first in Projects 360 that the client name does not exist. If you're 100% sure, you can go ahead and click on Add that record if you want that record in Projects 360. And adding will automatically match that record for you. Matching, this prompts for the option to match a QuickBooks record to an existing record in Projects 360. So for a match, you can individually click on Match for that line. It will prompt here, QuickBooks record, and select the client to match in Projects 360. So you can go ahead and look for that client, and there they are. So go ahead and click, confirm that everything matches up top with below, and if so, click on Confirm. And now you can see that record went away. So you can individually go through each line and match everything. But ideally, you're going to want to hit Ignore Jobs first, run the auto match, and proceed through the final matches to get everything properly mapped. So going back to the guide, last item here to cover is Ignores. This will ignore your records. If you by accident ignored the wrong record, you didn't mean to, you can always go back under Settings, Configuration, click on QuickBooks Online. That allows you to reset all of your ignored client list if needed. So that can be found. Go ahead and close out your clients, click on Settings, go to Configuration, click on QuickBooks Online. As it states here, to enable maintenance items, you must acknowledge that you understand that performing these tasks is not reversible. Once clicked, the task will be performed immediately with no further confirmation. So from the drop-down, go ahead and state that I understand the above and wish to perform maintenance. So from here, if you accidentally ignored records, you can now click on Reset Ignored Client List. Going back under Integrations, we'll proceed back to the matched clients. At any point, you can always return back. You don't have to finish everything off in the same time that you have this opened. We're going to proceed. First, remember to click Ignore Jobs. We don't have any jobs set up. They will have a red job indicator if they are jobs. We don't have to proceed with ignoring jobs here. We're just going to go ahead and run the auto match first to pick up all the matches. And as you can see, everything's been matched 100% because this was an export from our QuickBooks CSV and imported to projects as a CSV. So everything aligned up. So now proceed, go back into the guide, and on Next Sync, any of the new clients that exist in Projects 360 will now be pushed up to QuickBooks Online. Any previously matched client records will also get updated. So back into Projects 360, we're now going to sync, go ahead and proceed with clients again, prepare the client sync. We now have one new client, and now it's updating 47 client records. So the one new client that it's going to push over was one that was added on Projects 360, did not exist in your QuickBooks. So we'll go ahead and sync that one record. And this will proceed to update all of your 47 clients. Any updates that get pushed over can include updates of phone numbers, email addresses, anything like that pertaining to the actual record. All those changes will now push up to your QuickBooks. So you don't have to do duplicate entries and update those on both sides. This is a one-way sync once it's fully mapped up. Going back to your guide, this will now be complete. Everything has been mapped. So changes, like I stated before, should all be made in Projects 360. Any changes that are made in QuickBooks will get overwritten once those changes push. So everything has been completed. So you can now verify it, go back to clients, prepare the client sync, and there's nothing left to do. That covers QuickBooks Clients.